Jacksonwink amateur Clark Ginnjoined, APFC 25, August 30th, Isleta Resort and Casino is our first guest up tonight on my fight show. Let's not keep the man waiting any longer.
What's good? What's good?
Oh,
Can you hear me? Can you?
I'm good. Can you hear
All
me?
right, we're good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We clean.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good right now, honestly. I'm at Enchanted Botanicals. I'm in the VIP lounge, so they let me set up over here for this interview.
Nice. We appreciate them for allowing all that to go down. Back in the cage, coming off of a
Yeah.
very productive 2025. You got to fight 3 times, at least I saw in the cage 3 times, and victorious in 2
Yes,
of
sir.
them. Back-to-back
Yes, sir.
wins. How did you mature and grow as a fighter last year?
Man, honestly, it's been a process. After my first loss of the year, in April, I kind of had an eye opener about what I need to do as a fighter, as a student of this type of game. You know what I mean? So I just had to hone myself in, like actually get back to me, and then just show everybody that I actually can do it, because that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty good. I'm destined for greatness. So I got to show people that I am.
Destined for greatness, been building this game for quite a while. We've seen you now in this amateur journey for a few years. What was
hmm
the initial inspiration for martial arts?
To get into it, actually, watching John Jones and John Dotson as like an 11-year-old, 12-year-old boy in Columbus, Ohio. That honestly like started a lot of different things for me, and also the love of kung fu movies and just the art of like not necessarily fighting people, but just like the technique, like and the I guess the psychological game, like the mental game. That's the main thing I started like falling in love with. So yeah, going from being a 12-year-old watching those top UFC fighters, John Jones and John Dotson, on the top bunk of my bunk bed, to actually crossing hands with John Jones and John Dotson at like 21, 22 years old is like, it's full circle. So inspirational for real.
So when we're talking kung fu movies, are we talking Bruce Lee? We talking Jackie Chan, Chuck Norris? Like, who was your
Yeah,
hero?
like all of it. Like my main guy was Bruce Lee, and then he got knocked down a little bit, and then it became Donnie Yen because of Ip Man. So yeah, I just was watching those growing up, and it just inspired me just to like try to be a more be a better martial artist, but I just didn't know how to like do that in particular. So came out to New Mexico and found my way.
So back home in Ohio, is that where the martial arts journey began? Did you have traditional roots?
Nah, not there. So just like studying, just looking, just like fascination of it. Like everything started to come into fruition once I um, moved out to Albuquerque. So I turned what 19, 20 years old, and I found a kung fu gym, a Wing Chun gym, and I started training there for about a year and a half before I transitioned over to MMA.
Was MMA, once you saw John Jones, John Dotson, was that kind of always the focus, and that would be the
Yeah,
closest to being a real fighter?
yeah, that was like the main goal, the long term goal. So me trying to actually get into the ring was something that I was planning on doing anyways, but I just didn't think it would happen as fast as it did once I moved out to this state. So yeah, grateful.
What was the reaction when you tell people, okay, I'm moving to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I'm going to become a fighter?
Well, as a kiddo, the most people are just like, "Where are you going? You're going to Mexico? You're going to a foreign country?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm still in the states, but we're just we're just got to do certain things." So I came out to New Mexico to live with my father when I was younger. After that, thank you. I started doing a lot more different things, more independent on my own. So my actual journey started when I was like 18, 19.
And how has the journey went compared to what you expected it was going to look like?
To start, it was like boring. I ain't gonna lie. It was just boring. I didn't understand it. I was like with the kung fu stuff, but over time, I actually started like deep diving and dissecting certain things because that's just how I am. I'm pretty analytical. Um, so started dissecting that, and then I kind of wanted to see how I would be in the ring in the sense of like actually pressure testing myself. So I transitioned from kung fu to MMA, and honestly, the rest is history.
What was it about finally getting to MMA that connected with you that you felt more in tune with?
That it's real to me. It's real. It's like a real life situation. It's like you're driving your car. If you turn left really hard and there's a curb there, you're gonna hit the curb, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like in fighting, if I throw a lazy jab, you know, I'm gonna get countered. You know what I mean? So it's like it's the same thing. It's just real life stuff. Like it's real for me. That's the main thing. It's just real.
You've been doing your training at the Jakcsonwink Academy, and coincidentally enough, I want to believe that it was inside of the gym was where you got your first amateur win.
Yeah, it was. It was a second round knockout. I think it was like 10 seconds into the second round, 15 seconds actually. So yeah, it was great.
Amateur MMA debut didn't go your way to then come
Nah,
back
it didn't.
and have a performance like that, literally at home, you know, a couple feet away from where you sleep. What did that mean to you?
Honestly, it means more than what you know because I've been trying to build myself to be a good fighter, just a good person, and just to be out in the community, just trying to like better the community in general. Like just be out there showing people that hey, you can come into the gym even if you're messed up, even if you have a bunch of riches, like just come into the gym and be in the same area as somebody else doing the same thing as you. We're like it's a circle, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be small. So that's just I don't know. This is my take on it.
What has the gym, the camaraderie, the environment, the learning, what do you feel that's provided you?
A sense of like here, you know what I mean? Like a sense of like belonging. Like when I miss class sometimes, they ask me where you been, like what's wrong with you, like not trying to like grill me super crazy, but like they ask me like where you been, like what's going on, like why haven't you been to class? I'm like, oh, I'm doing this. So they're just checking on me and stuff. So it's just a sense of belonging. So just making me feel like I actually am worthwhile, like they're actually taking their time out of their day, like the coaches and stuff, and actually trying to teach me, teach other people there. And it just, I don't know. It's very humbling. It's very humbling. It's a humbling experience.
There's the camaraderie, the brotherhood, that the structure, the accountability, and I don't think that
Hmm.
part of the game gets talked about. People look at it like, oh, people go to a gym, they beat each other up, and then they go to fight night and beat
Yeah.
someone else up.
Yeah. They just think that it's just like, oh, it's violence. Oh, it's violence. Nah, it's not really. There's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes with a lot of different people. Everybody has their own paths, but we all are on this same path right now. It's just how we're all walking. You know what I'm saying? So, um, like in the gym, like we all try to lift each other up and do our best to like make each other feel good. Um, Show technique, even if somebody's slacking, we'll try to pick up the slack for them to try to help them pick up their own slack. So.
How much different as a martial artist do you feel like from the guy that stepped into the peak cage in 2023? You've had 8 fights since then.
Yeah, I've had quite a few fights. Like the guy that stepped in the peak cage was was unskilled. He was just there to be there. You know, he didn't have a full purpose. The person after, when he won, even when he lost in Arizona, that for his third fight, you know, changed, was more receptible to techniques, more receptible to actually learning what it means to actually fight, instead of just like trying to be a showboat and try to like just get out there and, you know, flash. Like, this is real, so it has to be real.
I don't know how to bring it up to you. I was going to say, has there always been that natural charisma? Because you had this, wow, look at me factor that you were trying to present in those first couple fights.
Yeah, I honestly, me personally, I was just trying to do too much. You know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, and I'm a God-fearing man. Sometimes God comes down with this big old pie slice and hands it to you. You know what I'm saying? It has you eat it. So I got my humble pie. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to like hone in a bunch of different things so I can be just a better fighter in general. Because my 2-fight win streak, you know what I'm saying? I like it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, but I got to be more consistent. We got to be consistent and keep it going. You know what I mean? Like, it can't just be like some flash in the pan type stuff.
You mentioned a moment ago purpose. How do you develop that sense of purpose that you have found? Where did that come from, and how does that evolve?
Through losing, honestly, through losing. Like, I still think about all of my losses. I have 4 losses, like, and those will never go away. You know what I mean? Until I go pro. But in my mind, they'll never go away. In my heart, they'll never go away. So my purpose, and just learning through my loss, like, I wasn't having the good purpose while I was in there. My purpose was lost. That's why I lost. You know what I mean? So it goes hand in hand. Like, I have to be focused on what I'm doing that day. I have to be in the moment. I was outside of the moment, and, you know, lost it. You know what I mean? So,
You have
but now
athleticism.
it's coming back. Yeah.
I don't want to strip away, and if I was you, I wouldn't want to strip away the dynamic, the spectacular. I think it might have just been, maybe you needed to do it in the gym a little bit longer before we were trying to do it in the bright lights.
Yeah, maybe I should have, but, you know, that's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? This is real life. You know, either you're gonna go for it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? And I will never have any regrets in my later life saying, "Oh yeah, I took too long to do this." Nah, I was in there. I did it. I showed my ass. You know what I'm saying? I made a low key a fool of myself just to see what's up. You know what I mean? Now I know how to, like, structure myself.
So in the structuring of yourself, do we still implement that dynamicness, use your athleticism? Is it just a more
Oh
structured way
yeah.
to get there?
Oh yeah, we still doing my thing. I'm still Houdini, you feel me? But I gotta be like, I gotta like chill a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't like burn out so fast, you know, with certain things, or like try to show out too crazy. You know what I mean? I can't show my whole hand out to everybody. I gotta bits and pieces. That's why my name is Houdini. I gotta be more magical with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? More mystical, more sleight of hand.
Who gave you the nickname? Where'd it come from?
Family. And then after that, I just kept it because I was playing. It's from a 2K game, and they had like nicknames that they wanted to call you. And I was like, honestly, I love up close magic. I love magic in general. So I was like, I saw the Houdini name and I posted it or put it as my avatar name. And then my nephew came around and he heard the game saying Houdini, and he was like, just from there, he just kept calling me Houdini. So I was like, yeah, y'all can call me Houdini from now on.
Oh, all right. All right. Okay. Now we get the origin story on the nickname. We have the evolving martial arts game. You said the
Hmm.
humbleness, the composure. The last year has been a huge growth process for you, and you got some rounds
Yeah,
in there. What does this tell you about the fighter that you're becoming?
that I can do it. Plain and simple, that I can do it. You know, like, just don't give up on yourself, because some days I have really hard days, and I'm like, I feel like I just I can just go. You know what I mean? But there's also that other fighter in the back of my brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, get it together. Let's do it. You can do this. And last year was indicative of my actual growth. So went 2-1. The one that I had, you know what I'm saying? We can chalk that up. I know what I got to do for those mistakes. But moving forward, you know, I'm just gonna bring a better tenacity, more intellect. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll see how things go. Because I'm never gonna say I can control everything. I can just only control me.
From someone who came into the game idolizing John Dodson, John Jones, the same time, what does it mean to be stepping into a cage that's named Anthony Pettis Fighting Championships?
Honestly, it's crazy because I watched him do that. I watched him do homie in off the cage. Not live, but like at home, I watched him do that. I was like freaking out. So like it's like full circle, like him actually having his own organization is actually really cool. Honestly, like seeing fighters that are well-known fighters have like their own organizations, actually being able to pull talent from like different states and cities and stuff like that. It's actually really cool to see that he put this together. For me, it's honestly like a star-studded show, so I have to like in my mind have to just dumb it down a little bit more so I don't like freak out in the lights.
So this means something to you. This is a big one for you.
Yeah, it's fight number 9. So like I'm 4-4 right now. So like it's either up or it's down. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I'm trying to keep it up. You know what I'm saying? So hard work and dedication is gonna be shown in the cage for sure. Like I'm gonna leave it all out there just to show everybody that I can actually do it. I'm able to move up to the next level. I'm able to handle this type of pressure. I'm able to handle this type of limelight. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to handle all of it. You know, as just a man, as a fighter. You know, so
Armando
it means a lot.
Gutierrez, Armando Gutierrez Jr. is going to be the opponent. He's got a couple wins in the last couple months, both for finishes. What kind of a test do you expect this one to be of your skills?
Probably a pretty decent one. Like I'm not gonna lie, I've come across quite a few tough matches. You know what I'm saying? Even in the gym, you know. So like this one's gonna test my will for sure. But by the grace of God, I'm gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just do what I got to do. Whether you know what I'm saying, it comes from either my hands, whether it comes from my grappling, whether it comes from the feet. You know what I'm saying? So like it can go like I said, it's up or down. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a realist at the end of the day. I'm not about to be like, oh yeah, you know. But like he's gonna get this work, and I'm gonna show him what's up. You know what I mean? There's no getting around that.
Looking to make it a 3-fight win streak. Like you said, more importantly, looking to make it 5 up and 4 down. But it feels like whether you win or lose in this, there's just a different version of you that we've now seen. And you're such an evolving martial artist that you're a lot different than the guy we saw take those early L's.
I appreciate that. Yeah, honestly, like I said, my purpose came from losing. Like figuring out like you know what actually I need to be doing when I'm in the gym or even trying to step into the cage. Like I went 3-0 for kickboxing, so that kind of got to my head. You know what I'm saying? But even still with that, like I still have to you know recognize where I was faulty. You know what I'm saying? Recognize where I was sloppy at. You know what I'm saying? Like technique wise. You know. So yeah, evolution is key, and if you don't want to evolve, then you're just gonna die.
So we got magic, we've got kung fu movies. What other hobby are we missing here?
Um, Swimming. I'm a swimmer. I was captain of the swim team for 2 years. I'm pretty good at that. Uh, I like shooting. I like to go to the gun range. You know what I'm saying? Like accuracy stuff. I just also like nature. I like hikes. Just a simple kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm not fighting, I'm usually hanging out with friends, with my family, or I'm by myself in the woods somewhere, like on the bosque, touching water.
Wait, you found water around here?
Hey, you know, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
Clark Ginn, APFC 25, August 30th, back in the cage.
Yeah, back home actually. I haven't been home in like it's almost been like 2 years. Like
Right,
it's
we're watching
crazy.
you fight in El Paso this whole time.
Yeah, the whole time I was fighting in, I call it Mexico because it's right on the border. So like I was in little Mexico, you know what I'm saying? So like banging out, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm finally home. I'm able to like defend the turf, you know, show everybody that I'm a little 505er, you know what I'm saying? I'm a 505 implant, you know. So I'm with the city.
It's going to represent for the home city. How long
Yeah.
did it take to feel like you became acclimated to calling this home?
Man, I came out here when I was 16. I'm about to be 29, about to be 30 now. I say about a solid 10 years almost or less, like just maybe like 8 years from being 16 to like 23, 24, 25 type shit. Yeah. I didn't understand green chili, so I didn't understand that. It was foreign to me. I never understood it. I didn't. I mean, I do now. It's good. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, when I first came out here, the difference between chili is like night and day. Like I'm used to meat and beans chili. You know what I'm saying? With the side of cornbread. Y'all got a plant. You know what I'm saying? That y'all roast for like an hour or so and then chop it up. Like I didn't know none of that. So after getting acclimated to all the food and cuisine and stuff, yeah, I say I'm a little Puertorriqueño, you know, un poquito,
Just a little bit there, everybody. What was the
you
last
know.
kung fu flick you were watching?
Last one, I always go back to it is Kung Fu Hustle.
So it sounds
It's
like you
like a
watched
it's
it
like a it's
recently.
like a spag yeah, it's like a little spaghetti type one, but like I love that shit. That shit is hilarious. But it's got like good technique in it too. Like and in the comedy, like people lose it. People lose like the actual technique aspect of things. Like they're actually doing like a Hun Gar technique. They're actually doing Wing Chun technique. They're actually doing Bashi Quan technique. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually cool. You know what I'm saying? Watching them do that stuff, but also have like satire and comedy with it too, because kung fu movies are supposed to be like that.
No, kung fu movies are supposed to be funny. They're supposed to have
They are.
everything.
They're just supposed to a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of everything. And if it's oversaturated with a little bit more comedy, oh well, so be it. They still got the underlying traditional value of the kung fu aspect. So
We hear you. We hear you. And we're looking forward to seeing you August 30th. Appreciate you joining
August
my fight
30th,
show
man.
tonight.
I appreciate you having me on. Let me shout out. Can I do a shout out real quick before I get off? Yeah, I want to shout out Jakcsonwink MMA, the whole entire staff there, all the coaches, Coach Wink, Coach Joey, Coach Joe Cruz, Coach Alex, Coach Greg Jackson. All of y'all, appreciate you guys for just having the knowledge in the gym and out the gym. I want to shout out Albuquerque Rage Room. They are one of my sponsors, so I'm gonna give them a big old shout out. They're the top rated amusement attraction in the state of New Mexico, or I may be a little ahead of myself, but they are. So y'all should go check them out. Go smash some stuff up. Also, I want to shout out Sun Baked Goods. They're also one of my sponsors too. Give them their flowers because they give me some flowers. Other than that, thank you, New Mexico. And thank you, Micah, for having me on. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it.
Clark Ginn, we'll see you soon.